It's 16 past 7. Good evening. Earlier, I did a stream on my D Live, and we brought up the conversation wasn't really about this, but it kind of went that way, which is the beautiful thing about a live stream, right? It can go either way. We were talking about the mask situation, the COVID-19 mask situation. So in Victoria, in Australia, as of tonight, as of midnight tonight, it is now mandatory to wear a face mask. This is information that's kind of... The message has been mixed from the beginning, because originally the masks were not... People were saying, or the health authorities were saying, and the government was saying, you don't need to wear a mask. You only should wear a mask if you're showing signs. If you're showing symptoms, that's when you should wear a mask. And as we've gone further and further into this situation, this pandemic, we've seen that message change to those that are feeling unwell should wear a mask, to the point where we're at now, where everybody is mandatorily, they're forcing, if you don't wear a mask and you're out in public in Victoria or in Melbourne, and also in another town, another shire called Mitchell, you can be fined $200. Now, in the chat, there was a comment that said they're taking away our freedoms, our liberties. Now, my thoughts are, this is not a permanent situation. Like, the idea of wearing a mask and being forced to, I don't think it's permanent. This is not a permanent scenario. This is to stop the pandemic. If we fast forward in time to a year from now and the pandemic's over and we're all still wearing masks, then sure, this is a breach of our liberty and breach of our God-given rights. But at this point, we don't have the beauty of being able to look ahead into the future. But the idea that this person was saying that this is the government taking our liberties away, I think that's a fair stretch, considering that this thing has gone on for 6 months throughout, well, even longer if you include the end of last year. And it's just gotten worse. Like, look at the Victorian numbers. Look at Victoria. It's just gotten worse. So does forcing people in public to wear a mask, is that removing liberty, or is that trying to nail this thing down? I know where I sit on that argument or that discussion. Yeah, I mean, forcing you to wear a bike helmet while riding a bike could be argued as taking away a liberty. And I've had that discussion before. It's like, why do you go to Amsterdam and you never have to wear a helmet, come to Australia, and even kids anywhere, wherever they cycle, they've got to wear a helmet. It's like, I think when we're talking about a disease that's a bacterial virus that's born through spit and saliva and juices, just wear a mask. It's not a big deal, right? I mean, I wear a fucking tea cozy. I could wear this as a mask. It wouldn't bother me, right? We don't have to here. We're in New South Wales, but just over yonder on the border, you have to in Victoria. So, I don't know. I mean, what could I use as a mask? Could I use a shirt as a mask? Could you wear a shirt as a mask? Oh, shit. My camera just fell down. Whoopsie. Could you wear a shirt as a mask? Could I tie that around myself? Mask style? Could I do that? I don't even know if I could do that. Well, that's the thing too. They're telling people to make masks. It's not even like, you don't even have to have a particular style. You just wear anything. Like, cover your